welcome back to my channel. God bless you all. I hope this video finds you all well. So today we'll be recreating this look right here. And yeah, if you want to see how I got this and what I used to do, so make sure you keep on watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff for me. Share this video with your friends. It does help me out a lot. And yeah, let's just get started. So since the eyes are pretty simple, we're just going to go ahead and get started with the skin first. And for that, I'm going to use my Neutrogena Hydro Boost Serum. And then I'm actually going to put a little bit of the Hangover Good in Bed Ultra Replenishing Hydrating Serum. And I'm just going to put that on my face. And then for under my eyes, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. I'm just going to take this on my ring finger, or my ring fingers, and just put it under my eyes and on my eyelids because they can sometimes get dry too. So now that our skincare is done, I'm going to go in with primer, and for that we're going to use my Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer and my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So I'm going to go in with my Fenty one first, just because I don't want to do the e.l.f. one first and then when I put this one on to move it around. And this one's going to give you that tacky feel, so it helps the foundation stick on better and longer. And then to just smooth out my skin, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. one, and that's mostly concentrated in the middle of my face. So for foundation, we're going to use the Maybelline Fit. It's the matte and poreless one in the shade 310. And as always, I'm just going to use that Sephora brush just to blend it into my skin. And then going in with my sponge and tapping everything in, making sure there's no lines. Cream contour, I'm going to go in with my Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Maple. I'm just putting that on my cheekbones, keeping it high, and on my temples. You always want to make sure to keep it above your cheekbones. You don't want to go too low because then it drags your face down. And if you want that, then you do, you honey. But I don't, so I'm going to blend it up. I'm going to lift my face up. And what I'm actually going to do is take a smaller blending brush. So before we go in with concealer to brighten up the face and cover your under eyes and stuff like that, I'm going to go in with this smaller blending brush. This is a Morphe E22. And back in with that maple shade. And I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. And because the eye look has like a darker base, I'm just going to take that and blend it into my crease and outer corner. Because in the picture it seems like you can still see her eyelid color. So I'm just going to take this and always blending up. With this, you always want to blend up towards your eyebrow. You want to lift your eye up this way. So you want to blend it up towards the end of your eyebrow. I'm just putting it kind of having like a wash of it all over the lid. Can't even go past, I'm going to go a little bit past my eyebrow. Just because I really want that to be pulled back. Alright, so to conceal, I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender Concealer in the shade Medium Honey. And I'm just going to use that under my eyes. Again, doing it like this towards your temple. So bring everything up. Putting it on my chin and on my forehead as well. And I'm taking my sponge and just blending it out. Alright, what I'm going to do, which I usually end up doing with every concealer pretty much, I like to add a little bit more right here under my eyes, just because my under eyes are pretty bad. But I just keep it right under my eyes in that corner. And when I go in and blend it out with my sponge, I like to keep it concentrated in that area just to get the maximum coverage. I feel like when you spread it out, it loses a little bit of the coverage. So I like to just make sure I'm keeping it where I need it for that little bit of extra coverage. As you can see, there's a lot less discoloration on this side and on this side. This has been one of my favorite concealers lately. It's just so good. I have never tried their foundation, but the concealer is very, very good. So not to say, I'm going to go with my Laura Mercier powder. I'm going with that same sponge and just press it under my eyes, not leaving any powder behind. Just making sure it's nice and pressed into my skin. Before I go on with any other powder products, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that concealer and just clean up my contour. Just a tiny bit. Alright, so now for blush, I'm going to go on with this Morphe blush palette, which I use all the time. With this Real Technique brush, and I'm going to use the shade Unapologetic. This is what it looks like right here. It's like a neutral shade. It's not pinky or peachy or anything like that, which is kind of what she has in the picture. So I'm using that. I know I keep saying this, but in the same manner, this is really what's going to make your face look lifted if you do everything in that manner. Up, up, up. I'm doing the same thing with the blush. Not really focusing it in the apples of your cheeks, because that's going to bring it down instead of bringing it up. So now I don't think I'm doing highlighter. I may change my mind, but as of right now, I'm not going to do it. So now we're going to move on to the eyes. So I'm just going to zoom you guys in so you can see better what I'm doing. Alright, so this is what the skin's looking like up close, if you guys want to take a look up close. I didn't add any powder bronzer. I don't know if I want to yet. So we'll see. So what I'm going to do first is take a little bit more of that Born This Way concealer, that dark one. And again, putting it on the back of my hand and taking that same brush from Morphe. And I'm going to take just a little bit on the very tip of the brush. And I'm going to blend it under my eye and connecting it up. So the palettes that I'm going to be using today are the James Charles X Morphe palette and the Morphe 18T palette. I'm going to take again that same brush that I used for the concealer. And I'm going to take one of the shades in the this shade right here from the James Charles palette. And I'm bringing it into my crease. Actually, I'm going to change brushes. I'm going to use a little bit of a smaller brush because I really want to get down the shape before I start blending anything out. So I'm going to go in with this Morphe M433. It's just a smaller brush, and I'm going to go in with that shade and just map out the shape that I want. All of the shades we're going to be using are going to be blended out in that same motion, up and out. I'm going to take this brush. It's just a flat angled brush. It's a brow brush, but we're going to use it for this. And I'm going to take the black shade. What I'm going to do is just line my lid, starting in the center of my lid, and bringing it out, very close to the lash line. I'm going to take it and follow the shape that we already have. It's okay if it's not perfect, we can clean it up after, but You want to make sure you're following that shape and then bringing it in. Bringing it into the center. I'm just going to take, when I do eyeliner, I like to clean as I go because I feel like I can't see it come together when it's messy. Just cleaning it up. So for the inner corner, I'm going to take that same flat brush that I was using, and I'm just going to line, do a very thin line. Then I'm going to take my Stila mini eyeliner pen, and I'm going to do a little inner corner wing. Alright, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with my NYX black eyeliner, and I'm going to waterline. That black and just blend it down here. I'm not going to go all the way into the inner corner yet, but I'm just placing on that black. Going back in with that blending brush and just slightly smudging it out. Go back in with that Stila eyeliner, and we're going to do the same thing that we did on the inner corner, on the outer corner, on the inner bottom corner. So we're going to do a wing. I'm just going to go back in with that same dark brown shade and just smudging everything out. I'm going to take this shade right here from the James Charles palette and mix it a little bit in with the white. And I'm going to put it right in the inner lid and crease to brighten up that part. It doesn't have to be perfect. She kind of just has a little bit of a lighter shade. Just like that. And then going back in with the other color or the other brush and blending it to make sure there's no harsh edges. And then taking an even smaller brush. So I'm going to take this very small e.l.f. brush. It's just a flat brush, and I'm going to take that white by itself and I'm going to put it right in between the inner liners. And I'm very carefully just tapping that white. And now what I'm going to do to finish off the eye is take a little bit more concealer and just clean everything up to make sure this is nice and bright. Alright, so this is pretty much it for the eye. We just have lashes left, so I'm just going to go in and do this other eye off camera and put some lashes on, and I'll be right back to finish off. Alright, so lashes are on. This is what we're looking like. So I'm just going in with a little bit more of the black shadow. And I'm just going over the liner because once you put the lashes on, it kind of covers it a little bit. So I just like to go over it just to make sure that the liner is actually seen. Alright, so this is pretty much the eye look complete. She doesn't have much on her eyebrows. She does have them a little bit filled in, but they're pretty natural. So what I'm going to do is start off with some brow gel, and I'm using the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter, and I'm brushing them up and out. So I'm just going to let my brows dry for a little bit, but then I'm going to go in with my Morphe brow palette. And I'm just going to take one of the lighter shades. I don't want to do anything too crazy. I just want to fill in the bottom for the most part. So that's pretty much it for the eyebrows. I didn't do anything too crazy. I just filled them in. I'm just going to take a very small amount of my MAC Give Me Sun on this big bronzer brush. Just going over my cheekbones. Alright, so now we pretty much just have lips to do, and I'm going to go in with my favorite lip liner, as you can probably tell. It's very small. In the shade Cork. And I'm just going to line my lips. So to finish off the lips, I'm going to go in with my Dose of Colors. I'm pretty sure this is from the Desi X Katie line, and this is in the color The Most. This is what it looks like. And I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to tap it on my lips. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the lips. I'm gonna go do my hair very quickly, and I will be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. I tried to do my hair like her. I feel like I kind of look bald, but it took me forever. Y'all better appreciate it. This better do good. But yeah, this is it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any other recreations you want me to do. Make sure you comment down below any other things you want to see from me. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Please. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.